Hi, welcome to OMAT. We're going to do the 8 essential exercises that, for me, they really help me get to know myself. As I get to know myself, I find that I'm really loud sometimes. And then there's some days where I think everything is too loud and I just want to be quiet all day. Sometimes I want to yell my opinions at you. Sometimes I just want to listen. Sometimes I want to get gussied up and go out. Sometimes I want to wear sweatpants and stay in. All of these people are me. And I stopped beating myself up about it because it's exhausting to do that. All these characters up in my head, they are all me. And if I allow them to exist, then I get to be every woman. So instead of saying, why am I not like this? Why am I not talking right now? Aren't I a controversial person who likes to speak their opinion? Why am I so quiet? Instead of doing that, I allow for these characters to live. Now, who are these characters? Think about it. When you talk to yourself, who's talking? Who's responding? It's all you. So if it's all me, I allow these characters to live and I get to be every woman. Let's get into our practice. We get to know ourselves, so we get to know who we really are, and then we can figure out how to respond, how we want to respond, and it might be different every day. So let's get present so that our mind is where our body is. Because we really could be in a place and our mind can be on the other side of the world in a different time, in a different space. So let's match. Let's match our body with our mind. We are here. How do you match your body with your mind? You come to this place by looking at the place and saying, I see this, I see that. Now I'm admitting that I'm here. And my body says, that's right. I remember that. I'm here. As we get present, we can get into our first exercise of gratitude. Now, gratitude can be very, very difficult because it's very easy. I mean, the world is pretty much set up for us to see all the negativity, and we are right when we see the negativity. It absolutely exists. Let's be right about also seeing something that we can be grateful for. Let's practice noticing it because it is around. Let's see what we could find when we look for gratitude right now. Let's wrap for now. Find our water, take a sip. And this, after a lot of practice with this gratitude list, this morning I was able to be grateful that my knee hurts a little bit because yesterday it hurt a lot. Let's keep going. Let's go into our meditation where for 1 minute we are practicing being in control of what is happening in our mind. There is a conversation happening there. Can we put a pause on the conversation? When the conversation starts again, can we have the discipline or practice the discipline of saying, no, this is what I am in control of. I would like this happening in my mind right now. Maybe following the breath, maybe just focused on staying still. Let's set a focus, sit in any comfortable position, eyes opened or closed, and breathe. As we come back, have some water. And notice maybe that there's so many things that can distract us from meditating. And the practice of meditating itself is coming back to the focus, the discipline, disciplining our minds that we are in control of what's happening up there. Let's keep going into our writing practice. And what are we practicing? We're practicing getting going on our writing. So the practice is not writing a poem, writing Shakespeare, writing a novel. It doesn't matter. The practice is, can I keep my hand going and form some kind of words? Doesn't matter what those words are. Let's put something down by writing right now. Let's wrap our writing. Even if we didn't finish the thought, have some water and practice leaving a thought. You just made it a physical thing by writing it down. Practice leaving it by moving into this next exercise. If you have trouble with relentless thoughts, this is a way to move away from them. Practice by doing some yoga. Let's do the sun salutation by standing up if you could stand up. If you cannot today or ever stand up, move what you can move. Elongate it. Let's practice. Inhale the arms up. Nice deep inhale. When you think you can't inhale more, try inhaling a little bit more. Look up and then exhale, long exhale as we fold forward. We're going to hang over our feet, dangling our arms, rounding our back. And when you're ready, next pose, we halfway lift, making our backs parallel to the ground, looking up. Let's get into a high plank. Plant your palms down where they are, step your feet back. And then let's lower all the way down. Elbows near, lower slowly. Then push against the ground. Your chest comes up, head comes up, point your feet. And let's meet in down dog. Bend your knees and then hips up into an upside down V with the body. Trying to get the heels as close to the ground as possible. Maybe shaking your head no or yes to release the neck muscles. And then start walking forward towards your hands. Start rolling up, meeting your palms above the head. Exhaling them down to the center of the chest. And even though this minute of yoga is over, we can have some water. Or if we really like to pose while I'm doing this talking, feel free to get in that pose and feel free to use that pose any time of the day. We're allowed to practice whenever we want. Let's keep going into our plank. And yeah, maybe that does mean you get out of that other pose. And we're going to get into the plank pose first with our mind. Agree that this is what we're doing. Get willing. How do you get willing? This is where we experiment talking to ourselves. We are listening all the time. What do you want to say to yourself to get yourself to do this plank? Let's get in that position. We're going in. 3, 2, 1. Get that strength up in that plank pose. Once you're up in the plank pose, you can be allowed to surprise yourself. You're 10 seconds in, and being in this position, you're meeting a challenge every single second. So with 20 seconds in, that means your body has been working for 20 seconds, but your mind also was, because what we're doing is for the next 30 seconds, we're sharpening our mind. I'm agreeing to be in this plank pose, and I continue doing it. With 20 seconds left, let's practice. I'm going to be quiet for a few seconds. How do you want to talk to yourself to get yourself through the final 10 seconds? With 5 seconds left, let's finish strong. 3, 2, 1, you're done. Come down off the pose. Maybe stretch your way back. Maybe you found a nice stretch earlier. Get in that pose before you come back up. Have some water. Take some credit. Your mind and body working together. Now you see through that exercise what it's capable of. Great. Let's keep going. Let's practice breaking our procrastination. If you got into that plank pose and didn't want to, if you started writing and didn't have anything to write, if you meditated even for 10 seconds, look at what you can do when you convince yourself, because the only person who can convince you how to do things. Let's convince ourselves right now that we can take something on for 1 minute. We can keep our promise to ourselves. Maybe we clean the corner, we wipe something down. Let's find something to do and do it right now. Let's wrap the task for now. That's part of the exercise. Allowing yourself to move away from that task, have some water, and move into the connection minute. We're here, we could say hi, we can say I'm thinking about you, or you want to next level this, ask this person to be your accountability partner. Whatever you did during that procrastination, I might write somebody and say, hey, I finally just threw something out on my desktop. How about if every day I text you that I throw another thing out of my desktop at this time, and you can text me the same thing so that we both get something done right now. Let's see what we can do when we think about connection. Look for connection right now. Let's wrap for now, whether it went our way or not. Let's have some water and move right into our final exercise, getting that energy up. We're going right away. Pick an exercise and move in 3, 2, 1. Exercise. Now, we just started, and if you haven't gotten yourself to move, it's not too late. Move now while we're just 10 seconds in. And if you already started, you might already be talking to yourself a certain way. Do you like the way that you're talking to yourself? That's 20 seconds. If it's working for you, keep going. If it's not, experiment. Do a different movement. Do different timing. Whatever works for you. For 30 seconds, we are experimenting. Let's see if we can find that energy. Making sure that we're breathing. With 20 seconds left, this is getting more and more challenging. How do you want to meet that challenge? Where do you conjure up your energy from? Practice generating it for 10 more seconds. Let's finish as strong as our body and mind will allow for today. What does that look like for now? For 3, 2, 1, and you're done. Congrats. Great job. If you even attempted these exercises, great job. Thank you for taking OMAT today. Thank you for practicing OMAT today.